Well, hey everybody, it's Dr. Drake 63 here, and today we're going to talk about this year's hunting trip, Montana Muleys. Once again, using the Remington 783 I've talked about in a few videos, and we're going to talk a little bit about success out in the field and this nice set of horns that I picked up just last weekend. Stay tuned. I've talked about this Remington 783 in a couple different videos. In fact, the most popular video I have on my channel is a 4-year review of this rifle. I did it about a year ago, and here we are, year 5. Why am I so enamored with a rifle you can get for less than 300 bucks? It's a good question. When I originally purchased this rifle in 2013, the year it came out, my main goal was to have an extra rifle to bring along for whoever might be an extra person in the hunting party that year, or just as a backup rifle. I found this thing was deadly accurate right out of the box. Has continued to be deadly accurate, and it has the best trigger of any out-of-the-box rifle I've ever owned. Now, I know you can go and you can buy drop-in triggers and things like that, spend hundreds of dollars on precision equipment. This is a budget hunting rifle, okay? It's topped with a budget scope, okay? Expectations on something like this ought to be, hey, I hope I can shoot 2 MOA, or that it won't fall apart after a couple times in the woods. This thing's been on about 10, 12 hunts right now. It's been dropped. I've rolled down the hill with it. You know, it's been banged around in cars, the whole 9 yards. Every year I zero it in and take it hunting, and it served me well. This year, 4 different deer were taken with this rifle from distances anywhere from 120 up to 220 yards. This is a Bushnell Banner scope. It's a 3x9. You can get these for about 90 bucks. These mounts are nothing special. It's just like we said, it's a budget rifle. It's a budget rifle. And I didn't buy it as the means of it being my primary hunting rifle. I've always had more expensive rifles, but this guy right here is just so darn accurate. So darn accurate and consistent. So, 5th year of hunting with this has never let me down. Love camping, and here it is. It's mid-late October. I guess you call it middle of October. It's the 17th, and openers in 2 days. We're about 2/3 of the way to our hunting grounds, which is up by Fort Peck Indian Reservation, about 60 miles south of the Canada border, central Montana. But this is just phenomenal. It was 72 degrees today. The weather for this weekend's supposed to be great, and you can't ask for anything better than this. Just can't ask for anything better than this. Beautiful campsite, and good company, and this is the way to start a hunting trip for sure. So, night 1 on our way out. Got a beautiful campsite here at Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Just doing a little tent camping. And we're getting up on dinner time, and we're going hobo style with these baked beans. They don't allow ground fires, so this is as good as it's going to get here. And going to enjoy some steaks tonight, along with our beans. And just a quick overnight stay. We're meeting up with the rest of our hunting party here in Medora, North Dakota, right across the border from Montana tomorrow. They don't call Montana big sky country for nothing. Seems like it's an endless horizon. I've heard that if your dog runs away in Montana, you can see it a couple of weeks later. So I don't know about that, but hard to believe all the game that's out here exists. It hides out sometimes in plain sight. This is 270 Winchester, 130 grain. If you look at the back, You can see that they advertise a nice mushroom of this bullet. Shot round after round, generation, shot with confidence. You can see the ballistics on this. Coming out 30, 60 feet per second at the muzzle. 2,500 zeroed at 200 yards. For purposes of comparison to this mushroom pick, here is one of the bullets I recovered from one of the deer I shot this year. And as you can see, in comparison with the mushroom pick, this thing does two things you want it to do. It held together pretty well, didn't frag all over the place, and in addition, it mushroomed like crazy. Just to prove to you that they don't lie in their advertising, this looks pretty much exactly like their picture. I saw this mule deer buck at Theodore Roosevelt National Park and was hoping I might run into a cousin of his when we made it out to Montana to start hunting. By the way, if you ever get a chance to visit Theodore Roosevelt National Park, it's in extreme western North Dakota. I consider this beautiful, rugged terrain. It's the northern Badlands as opposed to the southern, which is in South Dakota. It's rife with game such as this buffalo, prairie dogs galore, you name it. Here's the morning of our hunt up in north central Montana. And the sun's coming up. It's a beautiful day. We enjoyed beautiful weather. Had the Ford F-150 fueled up and ready to do some off-road hunting. So this is what we got. Beautiful, we estimate 300-pound plus buck. It's a mule deer. It's a 5x5 with a nice rack, which you've already seen. And this guy right here is going to feed us quite a bit this year. Here you can see him with one of his twin brothers that one of my other hunting parties shot. And here's me again with that same deer back in the shed. And if you look at the buck in the middle of the two guys standing in the back, you can get an idea how big this guy was. We did have to do a lot of our own butchering because of chronic waste disease concerns in our home state. So we learned quite a bit this year from that standpoint. And this is our end result. We've got about 150 pounds of meat. In addition, we've got a nice rack of horns to hang up on our wall. And I'm not usually a horn collector, but this one was so nice I had to save it. But the Remington 783 did its job once again. Very pleased with this firearm and everything that it's done. I would be impressed with this regardless of the price. The fact that it's a budget rifle is just icing on the cake. My hat is off to Remington. Good job, Remington, for both your core-locked ammo and this rifle. When it comes to deer hunting, in my book, you guys are the best. This is Dr. Drake 63 saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next year on another deer hunt. Maybe another one this year.